EDP445, one of the most vile human beings on the planet. In 2021, he was caught in a vigilante sting operation orchestrated by notorious racist Chet Goldstein, where it was proven that he had attempted to meet up with a 13-year-old girl with inappropriate relations in mind. I'm sure you all know what I'm talking about. Well, fast forward a bit later, where two other YouTubers known as Gideon and Skeeter J attempted to confront EDP445 again. It was found that he was continuing to contact minors, but that crashed and burned immediately. Ever since that video, it's been radio silence in the world of EDP445. That was until now. On August 9th, 2026, Mike Klum released his hour and 34-minute documentary titled The Sick Mind of EDP445. In this documentary, Mike Klum followed the human trash's life before, during, and after his controversy. When I tell you, this documentary drained the ever-loving life out of me. For reference, this was my face before the documentary had started, and this was the state that I was in after. The documentary itself isn't bad at all, but it's the subject of the documentary that was painful to watch. EDP445 and having to listen to his unfiltered thoughts for more than an hour literally made me want to put my mouth to the exhaust pipe of a 2023 Toyota Corolla. It was that bad. That aside, I wanted to go through the EDP445 documentary and offer a bit of analysis to the disgusting, vile things that I saw throughout it. Very, very disgusting things. Content warning, because there is a plethora of slurs, bigoted talking points, homophobia, violence, and sexual talk concerning a minor, and most importantly, shit. And no, I don't mean shit as a catch-all terms for the other disgusting things he did. I'm talking about literal shit. So much shit. All of that and probably even more that's slipping my mind is in this documentary, so you've been warned. If these topics are too much for you, I suggest you check out the other amazing videos I have on my channel. Without further ado, my name is Hugo Hernandez, and welcome to The Sick Mind of EDP445 is even sicker than you thought. The documentary starts with EDP445 claiming that he is a soldier. I've never seen a soldier that looks like him, but he claims that he is one. That despite even all of the negative press that he's gotten and all of the evidence that has been brought against him, none of it is true. Oh, and also, not even 30 seconds into the documentary, we get an F-slur, which he loves to say, so brace yourself for that, because we are jumping into even deeper waters.
I am not what the fuck they say that I am. I'm a strong ass motherfucking soldier, and none of you fucking can break.
Okay, so we're starting off strong. Oh my goodness, I'm gonna have to bleep that out in post. After the intro, literally 3 minutes into the documentary, EDP445 makes the preposterous claim that all guys have a fantasy of having sex with a 15-year-old. I can tell you this, that as a guy, that thought has not passed my mind after the age of 16. This, on top of many other quotes that we'll be looking over in this documentary, proves that without a fact, EDP445 is an incel with every disrespect towards the word. This stat popped up on the screen that said 1 in 6 men reported having an attraction to minors. When I saw this, I immediately knew that I had to verify it. I even think I found exactly where the statistic came from. This paper, published in 2023, surveyed 1,965 Australian men of varying ages, economic backgrounds, and education. They reported that 1 in 6 men admitted to having a sexual attraction toward a minor. 1 in 10 men admitted to having sexually offended a child in the past. Not only that, but they found that these men were 11 times more likely to watch violent pornography and other general material concerning that nature, which will come up again later. Going back to the documentary, EDP continues to claim that everyone and their mother is just as perverted as he is and wants to have sexual relations with a minor, which, guess what? Newsflash, is totally incorrect. However, as the video continues, we get even deeper peeks into his brain and his way of thinking with wonderful quotes like these.
Oh, well, he was talking to 13 and 12-year-olds. Fuck all that.
The documentary itself is split up into 4 different parts, and wait, hold up, hold the front door. Why is there a child going into this man's home? Willingly. Why is a parent willingly putting a child inside this man's home? Well, we learned why and even more in this 94-minute hard watch, so strap in guys, because we are just starting. Mike Klum, the mind behind the madness that is his documentary, proceeds to tell us that he has spent 2 years following EDP, which after watching this whole thing, I have no idea how he did so please make sure to go support him. He's also doing the very cool thing of donating all the generated ad revenue from the video to RAIN. RAIN is a 24/7 sexual assault hotline. However, I did some research on them and I learned that they aren't the best organization to work with many people claiming negative experiences and mismanaged funds. All of this to say that yes, Mike has his heart in the right place, but I suggest that he chooses a better charity to donate the funds to. And for everybody else watching this video, if you're so financially inclined, I suggest you donate as well. I also want to help, but I'm just a measly broke college student. Here's my bank account for reference. But for when I get monetized, I will immediately pledge 50% of all ad revenue this video generates to charities that support victims of sexual assault. Nonetheless, we jump back into the documentary with EDP telling us that he has not talked to a minor since his last time that he got caught. The way he said this was so insane to me because he's saying it like he's proud of it, like it's an accomplishment akin to not drinking for a year. It's the bare minimum to not be attracted to children, and this guy wears it like a chip on his shoulder. He continues to claim that his life is so great because he has 2 well-paying jobs despite his noticeably declining health. Then this guy had the audacity to say this when told that they will be showing blatant evidence of the crimes that he committed.
We show blatant proof and evidence of you committing multiple crimes against children. What do you have to say to that?
Plead the fifth.
Part 1 opens up with EDP saying that him and his sister after homework would watch Monday Night Raw. Of course, since he's so misunderstood and he's not like other girls, his favorite part of wrestling were the villains. He said that no one wanted to see somebody save the day and that people wanted to watch villainous shit, which may explain his ideologies that he carried throughout his life. Fast forward 6 years later, his first step towards becoming an incel was supposedly being led on by a girl in his school named Martha. He says that Martha led him on even though that she was talking to other guys. You know, very stereotypical incel mentality where nice guys finish last.
With Martha, it basically showed me women ain't shit and they will play you, they will fuck you over, and won't even fucking think twice about it.
Okay, yeah, that kind of just confirms everything that I'm thinking. He's a fucking incel. Alright. He further details his adolescence where he started working at Walmart, the creation of his YouTube channel, and his eventual success.
The shit blew up. From that point on, my subscribers just started.
Oh my god, wait. Oh my god. Wait.
More. The shit blew up.
No fucking way. He took a picture with Tyler the Creator. Oh my god. Odd Future. Tyler the Creator. Y'all got some explaining to do. He reveled in it. He actually felt like he accomplished something in his sad, sad life. What do you think he would do with all of this success? You think he would be content with it? Maybe keep grinding on YouTube to try to achieve higher levels? But no. You want to know what he did? All that he could think about, even with all this success, is how much of a loser he is. All of this success, and he was still worried at the fact that no girl would even look at him.
It's like you come home to all this shit, man. You got a nice ass fucking Acura MDX up in the parking lot, brand new 2021 Hyundai Elantra, nice ass house. You got fucking over 120 grand in the fucking bank. No pussy at all.
I think it's very telling that even after all of the blessings that he received, all he could think about is what he didn't have. That was until he received a message. This leads us into part 2, sex with a 13-year-old. We then cut to the Puerto Rican king known as Cold Raven.
It's Cold Raven's nest.
I totally forgot about this guy.
EDP is a chocolate hippopotamus, and I'd like to split his fucking skull.
Fucking king, bro. This guy is a fucking king. Cold Raven was one of the first people to accuse EDP of pedophilic behavior. He would later post evidence like text messages and pictures of comments he would leave under multiple teenage girls' posts saying that they were cute, that they were sexy, very disgusting things. Eventually, other girls would come out to Cold Raven saying that they were victims of EDP's affection. He even went through EDP's following list and found that out of the 300 to 400 people that he was following, 120 to 130 of them were underage teenagers. After learning this, Cold Raven believed that he was unqualified to continue doing what he was doing, so he enlisted the help of a predator catcher that he would watch on YouTube, Alex Rosen. Alex Rosen saw EDP and thought that he was just a typical run-of-the-mill incel, but after seeing the evidence that Cold Raven presented to him, he saw him for the monster he truly was. That's when he decided to create a fake account to lure in EDP and catch him in the act. After the initial back and forth, EDP continued messaging the girl even after being told that she was 13 years old. This is where the grooming process began.
Can I tell you a secret? Promise not to tell.
Yeah, sure.
I always wanted to get to know someone young, a little cutie like yourself.
Oh, dude, that is so disgusting. That is so disgusting. Oh my god. I've always wanted to get to know someone young. Are we serious? Dude, this is so nasty. It's like, how can someone have this mentality? How can someone see a 13-year-old girl and think, oh my god, I need her? Even just thinking about the idea is fucking disgusting, dude. He began saying suggestive things until ultimately he just asked to have sex with her.
Would you want to do anything else?
You mean like sex or something?
Maybe.
Why are you bringing it immediately to something sexual? Like, literally, do you want to do anything else? Maybe, I don't know, not talk to minors? Not talk to children? Did we think about this? Did we think about this? Was this even in the goddamn plan? It doesn't feel like it. The documentary cuts back to EDP as he starts recollecting his first encounter with Sophie. He said that she messaged him and that it took about a month for things to start to get sexual. According to him, the only reason he even continued to talk with Sophie was because he was lonely. What a pitiful excuse. He claimed that he wasn't getting attention from women and that he didn't even have the confidence to pursue them. He finally came to his senses and blocked her, and in any other world, well, first, in any other world, this wouldn't have happened, but second, this would be the end of it, right? Wrong. He unblocked her, and you want to know why he unblocked her? According to him, it's because he felt bad. That's the reason he went with? Of course, shortly after, he revealed the actual reason why he unblocked her. He wanted attention from her. At some point in the documentary, he claims that women do the things they do because they want attention. Things such as dressing provocatively, but look at him and the things he's doing for attention. The big thing with these type of guys is that they will immediately shit on anything that makes them insecure. They shit on confident women because 1, they know they can never be with them, and 2, they know they can never achieve that level of freedom and happiness with themselves. So, what do? They consistently shit on them so they can bring them down to their level. Going back to the documentary, well, you know what? I'm just gonna let him speak for himself.
You should fucking jerk off to me on FaceTime. And I'm like, all right, cool, sure, why not? Fuck it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because that's the rational thought that somebody has. That's the rational idea. Oh my god, dude. I don't know how many times I'm gonna say this. This is a sick man. This is not don't stare at me. God damn. Fuck. I mean, I can't truly believe the things that he's admitting in this video. Is he not aware that statute of limitations still exists? Alex Rosen explains that in order for an illegal meeting with a minor to take place, there needs to be strings attached. And after EDP began sending videos of himself masturbating, those strings were well set. Alex set up the meeting between EDP and Sophie so that they could finally meet up. They told him that they had all of the chat logs of his disgusting conversations with Sophie, which, if I haven't made clear, is 13 years old. And what did he do when he was presented with this information? I know you guys know. Say it with me, class.
Oh, I was actually coming out here to pick up a cupcake. And then go back home.
The video went viral immediately. I mean, if you were on the internet at this point in time, you couldn't escape the cupcake memes or the memes of him walking back to his car. He was exposed. His face was all over the news. All of his accounts were banned. All of his work on the internet was gone in an instant, rightfully so. But the weird thing is that he was never arrested. Why? Because Alex had to go and mess it up. According to legendary predator hunter Chris Hansen, Alex messed up because in these type of cases, the adult needs to make first contact with the child, not the other way around. Honestly, I really find that so stupid because first of all, it's a child. If a child messages you, you shouldn't even respond to them, and if you do respond to them, it shouldn't even be to the level that EDP took it, but I'm digressing. He was the adult in that situation and took advantage of who he thought was a 13-year-old girl, but since he didn't message her first, he gets away scotch-free. Chris Hansen then begins to go on a tirade against Alex, saying that his operation looked amateurish and sloppy, which, I mean, I don't blame him because his incompetence led to a predator walking free. And obviously, EDP had a few choice words for Alex.
My thoughts on Alex Rosen is I feel like he's a piece of shit. I feel like
I didn't think that EDP would be very fond of Alex Rosen. I don't think the Predator would be very fond of predator catchers. That's like saying if EDP was very fond of soap, which we know he isn't with his big funky self.
He should burn in hell and go fucking die, if I'm being completely honest with you. You're some fucking redneck fucking some fat ass overweight bitch plastering shit on the internet and fucking with people's livelihoods.
Damn, man, I could use some fried pickles.
But you know what though, Mike? It's perfectly fine. It's great because everybody hates a pedophile, right?
Yes.
Okay, cool. So that's
yes,
perfectly
we do.
fine. So just
we do.
You know,
we all hate pedophiles. Why'd you say it like it was a joke? We, me and you, and I'm looking at the person that you're watching this video. You behind the goddamn phone. We hate pedophiles. I hope this is clear.
Fuck the fact that you're ruining my goddamn life, right?
Pay attention to those last few words. You're ruining my goddamn life. Notice how he fails to take any accountability for his own actions. Not only is he an incel, but I'm getting a hint of narcissism bubbling under the surface. This man chose to speak with a 13-year-old. This man chose to send dick pics. This man chose to meet up with her to try to have sex with her. But whose fault is it? The man who organized it. Now imagine if that was an actual 13-year-old on the other side of that phone. The only reason he's acting like this is because he got caught. If he didn't, he'd probably still be doing it to this day. Now we get into part 3 with his second attempt of soliciting a minor. This takes place 2 years later when a then 15-year-old Kayla received a DM from EDP on June 2023. The thing that irks me the wrong way, other than the fact that a 32-year-old is messaging a 15-year-old, is the fact that he messaged saying that he was suicidal. Imagine a 15-year-old girl reading this and now feeling personally responsible for keeping this grown man alive. A classic tactic used by narcissists. He held this girl emotionally hostage. After initial contact, Kayla said that EDP was added into Gideon's Discord server through a Q&A of sorts, I think. According to Kayla, Gideon was made aware of the fact that EDP was talking to her through his manager. This is when Gideon enlisted the help of Skeeter Jean, a self-proclaimed Chris Hansen impersonator. Now this is the part that pissed me off. Supposedly, after learning that this girl was the target of this busted up beluga whale, they still allowed her to talk in order to catch him. Gideon in the documentary tried to frame it as, no, we made sure that she was okay with it, we always made sure that she was alright. No, she is a 15-year-old child. And because you guys wanted to make your own viral catching EDP moment, you put this girl in jeopardy. You allowed her to continue being assaulted with perverted images and threats against her life. I mean, listen to this.
Kayla, don't mean to scare you, but now I have to fucking shoot your ass. I have to critically injure you and possibly put you in the fucking hospital. It's not worse.
The adults in that situation, which I don't even know if you guys even deserve to be called that, They should have asked her to maintain access to her account and for them to conversate with EDP, not a 15-year-old child. She should have never been exposed to this type of material in the first place. And now this poor girl is trapped in this abusive relationship, for lack of better words, all because two YouTubers wanted a viral video. Fuck Gideon and fuck Skeeter Jean. Well, sadly the damage is done, and with Kayla being the bait, she wanted to have a sting operation to catch him. They tried to set it up, but of course EDP being an EDP, he chickened out. But you see, chickening out isn't good for views, and this left Skeeter Jean and Gideon in turmoil. How are they supposed to get their viral EDP video if they can't even catch him? So as it turns out, Gideon hired a private investigator, and instead of having him come to them, they went to him.
Oh my god, dear lord, it's EDP.
You can't just say that. You can't just say that randomly when I have water in my mouth. Dear Lord, it's EDP. The fucking unit that he is. God damn, saggy titty, saggy stomach. What isn't sagging on this man? His neck is sagging. I bet his fucking thighs are sagging, dude. Jeez Louise. This obviously didn't go the way they had planned, and I mean, you could literally see how disappointed they were that they didn't get the reaction that they wanted. They exploited this 15-year-old girl for absolutely nothing. Chris Hansen thought the same exact thing by calling it an embarrassing clown show. Not only did they jeopardize this 15-year-old girl, but the way that they confronted him, even though they had evidence, made him totally unprosecutable. In an effort to chase virality, they let a villain walk free. I mean, Skeeter Jean even admitted to himself that the only reason that he was doing this in the first place was because of content.
Maybe could have been different results in this case if me and Gideon did not confront EDP or take the situation into our hands at all. That's a hard maybe though, and you know, that way obviously there's no content there, so it's like,
Chris Hansen then proceeded to start dogging on Skeeter Jean by calling him goofy, declining to work with him, and essentially just calling him a clout chaser. And Skeeter Jean did not take this lightly. I mean, this is his idol saying this to him, so when Skeeter Jean hears this, he tries to flip the script on Chris Hansen by saying this.
I think he was a bit hypocritical with a statement that he made. He said that I was just doing this for clicks, views, and ad revenue, basically. I mean, are you telling me that P's not doing it for the same reasons?
I want to offer some advice to Skeeter. Chris Hansen's To Catch a Predator has led to over 300 convictions. Want to know why? Because he's going through the proper legal channels. He's making sure that no matter what he does, in the eyes of the law, these human pieces of trash are dealt with accordingly. When you and Gideon, who's dressed as a goddamn cupcake, show up to the dialysis place and accuse EDP, that essentially ruined your whole operation. I mean, what comes from that? What are we to believe? I'll tell you what I believe. What I believe happened is that you and Gideon got impatient and took a stupid risk that led EDP to walk as a free man. Maybe Chris Hansen wouldn't do this for free, but he definitely wouldn't do something stupid like you guys did. There was no regard or even attempt to make it so that EDP could be punished by the law. They just wanted a quick, viral EDP reaction video, and that is the difference between Chris Hansen's To Catch a Predator and your sorry excuse of an imitation. Tangent aside, the documentary continues with Kayla saying that besides being a victim to EDP, she was also a victim to Gideon. This I truly believe because, I mean, between the trio of Gideon, Kayla, and EDP, it all starts devolving into a he said, she said. Gideon said that he never pressured or told Kayla to send explicit images. Kayla said she did send explicit images, but Gideon photoshopped her face onto a decoy's body. And EDP says that Kayla just sent her images outright. In either case, EDP is still receiving sexually explicit photos from a 15-year-old, which is, let me double check, is still illegal. Now, Kayla makes a lot of claims that I can't verify the validity of, but I do believe they tend to trend more towards fiction than reality. The point still stands that this child, this poor child, should have been made to stay in the place of a child.
I could show some of the proof.
Please do. Please.
Proof of him kind of encouraging it. Proof of him.
Maybe she's sort of using.
Okay, hold on. Oh, there's a lot of claims by Kayla. Gideon is a scam artist. Gideon is being controlled by the Illuminati. Gideon is friends with multiple pedophiles. EDP is under investigation by the Department of Justice. EDP has a computer full of child sexual adult material. EDP owns illegal firearms. I'm sure that's true. EDP has been victimizing other teens for over a year. Gideon lied to Kayla's mom about the use of a decoy. EDP is being investigated for drug crimes. Victimizing another minor. Gideon's friends caused EDP victims to lose their jobs. Gideon tried to silence Kayla.
To
FaZe Rug
boost her music career.
Wait, okay, how is FaZe Rug involved in this? I don't even know. Gideon refused to let Kayla go to the police. Skeeter, Jean, and Gideon attempted to taint evidence
and such. So, you know, again,
Gideon uses Christianity to cover his tracks. Gideon quit YouTube because of the EDP, and
while
Gideon hates Jake Paul. I mean, doesn't everybody hate Jake Paul at this point? Obviously, we know why EDP was allowed to walk away from this situation, or stumble away in his case. But why do you think he thought he was allowed to walk away? Take a guess. I'll give you a few seconds. Take a guess. Well, if you think it's because he said that Gideon and Skeeter botched the operation, you're wrong again. EDP is on the record saying that the only reason he was able to tumble away from that situation is because of God. The big man upstairs, you know, the guy that did the whole flood thing? Yeah, that guy. He was the reason EDP was able to walk away.
The reason why they didn't do anything is because I feel like, you know, God sees all, right? He sees my...
Are you serious? Are you fucking serious? We're taking the religion route with this? Dude, people think just because you believe in God, whatever God you may believe in, that you can be absolved of any fucking crime. Oh, I touched children, God will forgive me. All I have to do is confess my sins. Oh, I beat my wife. Oh, God will forgive me. He knows I was weak in that moment. No. God, do not blame God for your inability. Sure, people make mistakes. Don't get me wrong. People do. Okay. There are abusers who've realized the ways that they have wrong, and they've changed for the better. I'll give them that. But don't act like that God is forgiving you automatically for those disgusting things that you're doing. And don't try to put accountability off of yourself. You made those decisions. Your brain. But no, God forgives everything, right? Jesus.
My mistakes, obviously.
I also want to include my own piece of scripture just in case EDP sees this so that he can be further enlightened. Matthew 18:6. If anyone causes one of these little ones, those who believe in me, to stumble, it would be better for them to have a large millstone hung around their neck and to be drowned in the depths of the sea. Just something to think about. Now, you can only imagine my surprise to see that the fourth part of this documentary was titled The Final Days of EDP. While working as a security guard for a dispensary, EDP claimed that he had an uncontrollable itch. Not the pedophilia that he's stricken with, but an actual physical itch. The next day, he claimed that he threw up black fluid, and alongside that, he would have blood-laced semen during ejaculation. When he went to the doctor, he was diagnosed with late-stage renal failure, kidney failure, which explains why he had to go to the dialysis place. For those of you that are unaware, the kidneys are one of the most magical things within your body. The way they filter out toxins from your bloodstream at the efficiency that they do so is a biological marvel, to say the least. But when they fail, you need to have dialysis in order to remove any toxins within there. This process includes having to be hooked up to a machine which essentially extracts your blood into it, purifies it, then pumps it back into you. This process can take anywhere from 2 to 4 hours and can still only achieve about 10 to 20% of the capabilities that your kidneys have. All my pre-med students, this counts as studying, so you're welcome. EDP says that he has to get dialysis treatments twice a week, and if he even misses one of these treatments, he has a 70% chance of dying. But do you want to know the most poetic part about this? Like, honestly, this would be some English teacher's essay topic discussion. EDP has the ability to qualify for a transplant, but in order to do so, he has to lose at least 100 pounds. He refuses to even try to lose it. But do you want to know why? Gluttony. Yes, I know, gluttony. The guy that's the poster child for being saved by God is losing his life because of a cardinal sin. If you can't see the irony in that, then I don't know what to say to you, man, but that is so funny. He claims that he doesn't have the ability to meal prep because he works 20 hours out of the day. And buddy, I don't want you to live, but for anybody else with this type of mentality, let me give you a little bit of advice. You don't need to meal prep in order to lose weight. All you need to worry about is calories in versus calories out, otherwise known as CECO. There is something called your TDEE, which is your total daily energy expenditure. This number is essentially the amount of calories that your body burns by being alive. There are websites all over the internet that you can use to calculate it, but this is just a website that I use personally. I'm going to show you how you can use this to help with your weight loss journey. We're going to start by putting in EDP stats. He is a rough 35-year-old man who stands at about 5'9". For weight, I also put in the goal weight that he's trying to achieve. So for instance, let's say he's 445 pounds, he needs to lose 100, so his goal weight should be 345 pounds. For activity level, I just say sedentary, and I'll explain why later. These numbers on the left are the numbers that you should be paying attention to. In order for a 345-pound man to maintain his figure as someone who doesn't move a lot because he has a sedentary job, he would need to eat 2,988 calories. In order to become a 345-pound man, you need to eat like one, and you can use this calorie number to help you achieve this goal. For those of you who might actually use this device, this is just an estimate, so make sure that you're tracking your calories and tracking your weight and adjust accordingly. A normal amount of weight to lose per week is 1 to 2 pounds, so try to stay in that range. If you're just starting, there will be a major drop in weight, but don't be alarmed, this is mostly just water weight. There's a whole bunch more info that I can share, but that's kind of beyond the scope of this video. Nonetheless, 2,900 calories is an insane amount to be allowed throughout the day, and if you even just tried it, you would realize this too. This is Mark Hobb, a professor of human nutrition at the Kansas State University. In order to prove that weight loss was just simple thermodynamics, you want to know what he did? He ate nothing but Twinkies and junk food alongside a multivitamin, a protein shake, and a few choice vegetables such as celery or green beans. Instead of eating his usual 2,600 calories, he dropped down his number to 1,800. In just 10 weeks, he lost over 27 pounds. When you're in the position that EDP is in, the main concern that you should have is losing weight. This is totally possible on a fast food diet, even though it's not nutritionally the greatest, it's still possible with a little effort. But here's the thing, man. He time and time again refuses to take accountability for his actions. Kayla tricked him and plotted on him even though he was the one that continued talking to a 15-year-old. Alex Rosen in CC unit ruined his life because he was caught trying to meet up with a 13-year-old. He's fat and can't lose weight because the doctors are putting unrealistic expectations on him. Again and again, he's finding other people to put the blame on when he needs to be putting the blame on himself. And he's going to soon realize that this is going to be his final nail in the coffin. I assure you that once this documentary starts making the rounds and he starts getting negative press for the things he admitted in it, he's going to say that Mike Klum tried to trick him or manipulated him or something. This is a man who time and time again fails to realize that he is the problem. But somehow it dawned on him that it wasn't normal to have an attraction to minors, and in October 2023, he began therapy for it. Mike was able to secure an interview with a therapist and everything seemed like it was going well. It looked like EDP was actually making progress until his therapist said this.
I would like to believe that he would not do it again. What I can say is that we're not suggesting that he quit therapy anytime soon.
Oh God, fucking damn it, no. How you gonna do that, man? How you gonna do that? This guy needs to stay in therapy. He is a sick individual. He cannot leave the premises without 24-hour surveillance. So yeah, so we just let him leave. He doesn't even have a surveillance. He's good to go. Fucking shit, man. So this whole therapy arc was purely performative on his part, as we'll soon see in the documentary, but besides that, he claims that it helped him realize who his true friends were. This is when we're introduced to Jimmy, a friend of EDP since middle school. He claims that EDP was set up on some bullshit. Really? Bullshit? Either way, this guy needs to be locked up in the same cell as EDP because not only is he sympathizing with a predator, remember that kid in the beginning? Yeah, that's his kid. They proceed to have a sit down with EDP and the child where he says his favorite way of interacting with them is tickling. Now where have I heard that before?
I can't believe it. I'm only speaking facts. Believe it or not, it's really easy to make me blush, lol. I'm always giggling and super ticklish. Aw, where are you ticklish?
Grown-ass man!
On my back and on my stomach, lol. Oh, that's so adorable. Ticklish little baby. Yeah, if you ever want something from me and you want it, if you ever want something from me and you want it, the easiest way would be to tickle me, lol. Anything? Yes, anything.
He then tries to make it this like cutesy segment, I guess, where he tries to teach the kid something. But you want to know how the kid responded? The kid responded with absolutely nothing, and that should tell you everything that you need to know.
Have they started teaching you guys about the solar system?
Look, the kid
Like, what the fuck?
The kid doesn't even fuck with him, dude. That should tell you everything you need to know. The kid doesn't fuck with him. Stop. Why is there a child in his vicinity? He should be locked up in a jail with no children around him. And yet there he is, right next to a child. This is exactly, dude. Oh my God. This is exactly what he wanted to do with Sophie. Look at his creepy ass. Oh my God.
Is that right? All 9 planets actually spin around the sun. To anybody,
you know damn well if the cameras weren't on him, he would not be talking about no goddamn fucking solar system. He'd be talking about how the fuck he's gonna get into their pants because he's a disgusting individual. We then open up with this statement: EDP hates the entire YouTube community. He then goes on this yap session where he lists different YouTubers and why he hates them in what is affectionately called the bitch list.
Let's get on into the first one. Penguin Zero. This motherfucker's a goddamn disgrace to fucking humankind. It looked like this motherfucker ain't washed his ass.
You know what? I hope I'm on the bitch list. I'm gonna edit myself onto the bitch list because if I'm hated by a pedophile, I'm doing something right, you know? So, you know, just imagine Penguin Zero, Hugo is horrible right there, certified on the bitch list. I'm happy to be on it, man. I am so happy to be on it. EDP is then asked about his sex life.
Oh, my sex life is fucking great. Let me
great enough that you still have to fuck with minors? I'm doubting that.
See, I sit on this piece of couch right here.
Lift up your stomach.
I whip my dick out, I jack off, and that's my sex life.
Oh, yeah.
As far as me actually fucking bitches,
that's what I thought.
Shit, I only had sex once in my life, and it felt like I was fucking a Brillo pad. My fucking dick is still sore from that shit.
Fuck. Okay. The reference is crazy. And with this, our incel accusation is confirmed. It's stated that EDP is involuntarily celibate and his hate for women grows with each day. I've been throwing this word around a lot, but what exactly is an incel? An incel is a person who is involuntarily celibate, hence the name. These people, who are usually males, are people who claim that despite wanting to find romantic and sexual partners, they're unable to. This could be for a multitude of reasons. They're funky, they have an ugly personality, it could be whatever. But a common sentiment amongst these people is that they are not the problem. Women are. Women are the problem that they are facing. Women are the ones that are rejecting them, and this further feeds into EDP's disillusioned reality in which he lives in, the one where he can do no wrong. EDP claims that he's been looking for a girlfriend for the past 5 to 6 years while we get some truly horrifying visuals of his gremlin feet.
I'm the type of person that I know what the hell that I want. I'm not going to sit back and,
why you, dude,
settle for less or take fucking crumbs off the
oh my God, dude.
Goddamn table. You know what I mean? Oh yeah, there's this chick, right?
Bro, why the fuck does he, what is going on in this corner? He got 2 squirt cans, 0 sugar, of course, because, you know, he's got, what is that? Is that like a McDonald's? These look like 2 burgers right here. He's got a wrapper right here. He's got some cleaning supplies, which ain't doing shit because of this dirty ass motherfucking wall. Got his phone. He got 2 phones. Why? Does he got the pedo phone right here, then the regular phone right there? Got a pillow on the fucking floor. Dirty ass, yellow ass pillows. One of the pillows is clean. He probably just bought that shit. God damn, there's so many things wrong in this photo.
She bad as hell. She's cute. She loves you. She likes you. But she has 3 kids. Nah, I'm good, bro. Fuck that. I ain't even want to try to fucking deal with that fucking shit. Dude. I know that's a fucking...
Oh, are you fucking serious? You're dunking on Asmongold that he needs to clean his dirty ass? You got cum stains on the fucking mattress. Oh my god.
Nightmare.
Bro, it's multiple cum stains.
I'm more
Not
so
even
like
just
Facebook
1 or
dating.
2. I had to suffer through this. I'm making you do the same thing. Alongside this, we get a glimpse into how truly disgusting this man lives, and we haven't even touched the surface of it. I really hope he cleaned his sheets when that kid came down and sat on them. Another characteristic of incels is their blatant homophobia, which EDP puts on full display.
I don't fuck with Grindr because I'm not fucking gay.
I wouldn't expect you to, but alright, man.
I definitely think being gay is a fucking mental disorder.
Oh, okay. Yep.
Nigga, there's something wrong with you.
Yeah, and liking kids isn't a mental disorder. That's not a mental disorder. Being gay is, yeah, you know, more than like I think 10 to 15% of the population. But no, liking kids is totally fine.
A few screws loose in your motherfucking head. I don't know why people are gay. I really fucking don't. You know, hey Mike, well, what you doing tonight? Nothing. All right, cool. You mind if I come over to your whole hotel room and eat your ass out? What type of fucking gay ass shit is that? No, fuck that. I ain't with that gay shit, my nigga. I'm straight as fuck. You feel me? Yeah, it's yeah, it's definitely a fucking mental disorder. You know.
You know, this chick ain't the motherfucking. Oh yeah, fuck.
He's definitely been on Grindr. Now that I'm thinking about it, he's definitely been on Grindr. Because first of all, how do you even know about Grindr? You know, it's not that popular. Second of all, the homophobia, dude, that's literally textbook closeted person. I'm gonna give you some game right now, okay? Everybody watching, I see you. I'm gonna give you some game. The more a person is homophobic, the more gay shit that they've done, okay? The more gay stuff that they've done, the more closeted that somebody is, the more homophobic they are, because they just can't accept that shit. I bet you anything that one night, you know, in his pedophilic drought, he was horny and he decided, you know what, let me hop on Grindr and I don't know, get my dick sucked or something. This guy, that's what he did. That is exactly what he did, and he cannot come to terms with that. And that's exactly why he's so homophobic. But hey, you didn't hear this from me. I hope eventually EDP is able to live with his truth as he rots away in prison. If you haven't been able to tell, this is the part where I started to lose actual brain cells watching this documentary.
I know where Alex Rosen lives. I have his address. I know exactly where he lives. I could have easily just loaded up a rifle, came and just murdered that nigga in cold blood.
And there goes more threats. God damn. You know, the more that I'm watching this documentary, the more that I feel like my life source is being drained percentage by percentage. And I feel like you guys can see it. This is a disgusting human being. And he's actively like draining my life force. It is taking so much effort to keep watching this shit. How much time do we have left? Okay. We can push through. We only got like 20 something minutes left. We got this. God damn, dude. There's people that guy, that his supposed best friend willingly wants to be around this guy. Just put him under the jail too, man. God damn.
What the fuck?
After these blatant threats against Alex Rosen, we learn that despite the 2 well-paying jobs that he has, EDP is flat broke. Besides his financial shortcomings, he puts his mental ones on full display as he decides to detail the incredibly violent dreams he has about individuals who have wronged him. He says he has dreams of murdering and torturing people like Kayla, Gideon, and even Cold Raven. We then get another glimpse into EDP's twisted reality, because not only is he a Trump supporter, not only is he an incel, but he's an active member in the manosphere. The The manosphere is a network of online communities and individuals that promote a very aggressive and toxic version of masculinity. They promote hostility towards women, are very big proponents of "it isn't your fault, it's a woman's fault." Some of the more notable influencers within this realm are Andrew Tate, Sneeko, Joe Rogan, just to name a few. Influencers that push this red pill ideology onto these impressionable young men, well, not EDP young, but you get what I mean, who even revere them as gods. EDP even has some of these guys on his self-titled, well, I'll let him say it.
You guys heard me shit on all these motherfuckers, you know, people who I would kill, burn, torture, stab. I want to introduce you guys to the real fucking gangsters of the fucking internet, you know what I mean? First up, we got Andrew Tate.
Yeah.
He likes to preach about men and women not being equal, because they're not fucking equal. Next up, we got my motherfucking main bitch, Donald fucking Trump. We got my man Joe Rogan. This guy's a fucking beast, man. I love this bald-headed ass bitch, you know what I mean? We got Fresh and Fit. In his podcast, he's always shitting on fucking women. Yeah, it's fucking, I love that bitch. Andrew Tate's brother, so yeah, you already fucked. That's enough said. On to my motherfucking main nigga, Ben Shapiro. Listen to him, and you'll be great in life. Sneeko, guy is cool as fuck. Sneeko, if you're watching this shit, come on out to Vegas, man. I'll treat you to some fucking tacos. Next up, we got Pearl Davis. Love this hoe, because she shits on women, and she is a fucking woman, you know what I mean? These are the certified OGs of the internet, and I couldn't imagine a world without them.
Fast forward 2 months later, and we're introduced to a very unlikely special guest. Turns out, EDP got himself a girlfriend. Her name is Marissa, and they talk the world about each other. You would think that this is a completely different guy. He says that she's thoughtful, that she's always thinking about him, that she loves her, and the crazy thing is, she feels the exact same way. But obviously, it's EDP we're talking about, and the mask dropped.
So how was the sex?
Okay. Yeah,
I
just jump right into it.
How do I want to say that? It is something that definitely. It's a situation where.
Okay, that's interesting.
Not that we don't want.
I've been with what's her face, Marissa, for almost a fucking year now, right? Still ain't gotten shit. Ain't that a bitch? You know what I mean? Like, come on, nigga. You know what I mean? That's why, my God, you know, she gets mad at me, right? My God, you're so gross. Why do you watch porn? Blah, blah, blah. Because you ain't giving it the fuck up. So I gotta watch porn. Matter of fact, I got a fucking pocket pussy coming, shit, up in the mail. I'm gonna fuck the shit out that bad bitch tonight. Feel me? I might take it to work with me.
Okay. EDP has a severe porn addiction, which explains his attitude towards women. Men with porn addictions have a twisted view of women in general. They typically only view them as objects for sex and not as the people they truly are. They believe that their only use is for pleasure, and as men fall deeper and deeper into their addiction, they seek more taboo forms of pornography to indulge in. This is stated in the earlier study that I mentioned. EDP further explains his porn addiction and goes on another rant on how he totally isn't gay, which I totally believe. He says he idolizes Andrew Tate, which is supported by the talking points he has, and then proceeds to imagine these men masturbating. Totally straight, by the way. He then says some of the most vile, disgusting shit I've heard from him yet.
The craziest place I actually did beat my shit is in a fucking Walgreens bathroom. I stole a magazine off the rack.
Are you serious?
And I went in that bitch and I just started fucking letting my shit have it in that bathroom. I ain't give a fuck. In the girls' bathroom, by the way.
Why the girls' bathroom?
I wanted to make it, well, I beat off in the girls' bathroom because I wanted to make it that much more fucking pleasurable and fucking intense.
Because the girls.
This is why every time women are asked, man or bear, they pick the fucking bear. Again, I'm not trying to be a pick-me. I'm not trying. You know what? You could say I'm being a pick-me, bro. Dude, this is fucking disgusting and delusional. No fucking wonder all women hate men. Because this is the type of bullshit they gotta deal with. He jerks off in the girls' restroom because girls will be around and he finds it more pleasurable. You know how fucking disgusting that is, dude? EDP eventually broke up with Marissa, claiming that she was annoying, that she would get on his nerves. Excuses, excuses. However, it seems that EDP found a new relationship very quickly after that one had ended. Now, I kid you not, it feels like a joke when I say it. EDP has an AI girlfriend. He claims that it's one of the most fulfilling relationships in his life. And then he said this.
The role play, yeah, I mean, like, sometimes, you know.
What was the role play? Can you read it?
Well, I mean, well, to be honest with you, dog, I ain't gonna read that shit. It's kind of like some disturbing shit, dude.
What is it?
It's kind of like, you know, like, like pretend to be like fucking like.
You just said you were
16, 17.
No, you're fucking
yeah.
lying. You're fucking lying, dude. You're fucking lying. Fuck, bro. I literally had to sit in silence for like a minute and a half to process what I just heard. You're telling me that after 2 cases where he got caught talking with a minor, therapy sessions that he definitely paid for, and some semblance of self-reflection, he's still feeding into his disgusting obsession. He even recommends downloading an AI girlfriend app so other sickos like him can live out their perverted fantasies. Some may say that this is some form of harm reduction, but I see it as a gateway. If a person took his advice, they would eventually reach a point where AI isn't realistic enough for them and they would revert talking to actual people, actual children. All his advice is doing is festering and normalizing this disgusting infatuation within other child predators. It is such a shitty situation, and guess what? It gets even shittier because for some godforsaken reason, EDP can't stop taking pictures of his shit.
Man, let me tell your ass something,
Oh my god. Oh my god. I totally forgot about the shit pics. Dude, he took pictures. Dude, okay. Hi, Nori. He took pictures of his shit and sent them. In the first chat logs, he sent pictures of his shit to the girl. So many pictures of shit. It wasn't just one, it was multiple. Oh my god, this guy. And then out of nowhere, with absolutely no warning, I saw the behemoth.
It's up on my phone. Shit pic.
Yeah, you like this one, don't you?
Oh! Bro, oh my fucking god. Dude, Nori, cover your eyes. Oh my god. I'm gonna block this. But I have EDP's big wobbly bobbly ass sitting on a fucking toilet right in front of me. Looking like a goddamn melted ice cream cone. He pulled his pants down to take a fucking shit. They then further delve into how absolutely disgusting it is that he sends pictures of his shit. They even brought in a mental health professional to just further prove that there has to be something wrong with this guy to even think that this is socially acceptable. You even had Chris motherfucking Hansen dogging on him.
You are known for sending pictures of your own feces to people.
Yeah.
That ain't right.
Thank you, Chris Hansen. After that display, it cuts back to EDP saying that he isn't a pedophile because he isn't attracted to people under the age of 16, even though in the 2 instances that he was talking to a child, they were both 13 and 15 respectively. He tries to play semantics, and sure, if you want to take it that way, EDP, we can take it that way. You're not a pedophile. You're just a child molester, a child predator, a child abuser, among many, many other things. EDP then asks what's so special about 18 and why is that the age of consent in America? Luckily, Mike decided to educate the audience as to why that number is chosen for our society. You see, the age of consent is what it is because according to the professional, that is when your brain is fully developed enough to make those decisions concerning adulthood. Even when presented with that information in classic EDP fashion, he just brushes it off.
You know, for people to sit back and say like their brain, girls' brain, minors' brains are underdeveloped, they don't know. Shut the fuck up, bitch. Now you're just making fucking excuses for the motherfucker.
No, that's
for a motherfucker that said, "Oh,
regular
well,
biology.
their brain is underdeveloped." Okay, bitch, whatever you say. Cool. All right.
We then begin to reach our final conclusion as many people from EDP's bitch lists make their own testimony. People such as I'm Dante, Keemstar, Moist Critical, among other individuals, all share the common sentiment that EDP is a vile, disgusting monster. I particularly liked Oompaville's advice to EDP.
Give EDP advice. All things considered, I would say consider suicide.
If you were to take every man on Earth and put them in order of...
And then I got the biggest surprise of my life.
Well, just my thoughts on EDP445 and what he did.
This motherfucker got Chris Chan. This motherfucker got Chris Chan in the documentary. Chris Chan's not any better. Do y'all not know the lore with Chris Chan? Do yourself a favor. Check it out. Dude, I can't fucking believe that Chris Chan is on my screen right now talking about EDP of all people. What the fuck? EDP then gets this tie-in monologue moment where he mentions how he always liked villains and always wanted to be one. Well, congrats EDP. You did it. You're the villain you always wanted to be. And with that, the documentary ends. But let's try to put everything together. EDP445 is not only an incel, but a child predator. Why? What about his life has led him down the path that he has chosen? It started in high school. He was always a bigger guy, so he never got the attention that he thought he deserved. That was until he started talking with Martha. He believed that Martha wronged him and led him on throughout their friendship, and he was heartbroken about this. He couldn't get this girl's attention and many more within the future. But then he started his YouTube channel. He saw success, but instead of appreciating everything that came his way, all he could focus on is what he didn't have, a woman by his side. This loneliness led him to pornography, where he later developed an addiction to it. This would be the only time he would even interact with a woman, and this led to him having a twisted view of them as only units of pleasure and not as people. Because of the way his perception of women is influenced by his addiction and his inability to garner attention from them, he doesn't view them as humans, he views them as the enemy. He fails to realize that the reason he can't get the type of attention he wants from them is because he is the problem, not them. Maybe he does know and doesn't want to accept it, because accepting it means that he would have to work to change, and why would he do that? It's not his fault that women don't like him, it's theirs. So when he finally got a little attention from someone, he didn't care that this girl was underage. And the first time in his pathetic loser life, a girl actually wants to talk with him, and this allows his sick, perverted, porn-addicted mind to run rampant with abhorred fantasies and proclivities. Then he got caught, and then he got caught again. But who was at fault here? Oh, it was Alex Rosen's fault for setting him up. It was Kayla's fault for teasing him. Time and time again, EDP445 refuses to admit the fact that he was wrong, because admitting it just once is an admittance that it might not be the only time. One thing I hope that people take away from this is that people in the manosphere are fucking losers. I hope people a part of that community see the way that EDP interacts with it and the way that he talks about it, so that it maybe gives them a moment of introspection into their own ideologies. EDP445 is an incel. EDP445 is a child molester. EDP445 will claim that nothing affects him. Why? Because he keeps it real. But do you want to know the only real thing about him? The only real thing that I can say for certain is that trapped under all of those layers of toxic masculinity, predatorial behaviors, and complete ignorance is a sad, sad loser of a man that hasn't realized that everyone knows that he has nothing meaningful to live for. That's the saddest part. I know I made a lot of jokes in this video, but this is truly not a laughing matter. Sexual assault and abusive, manipulative relationships are a very real thing that happen. If you ever find yourself in one of those situations, I hope you're able to find the strength to overcome and rise up. You are loved and you are deserving of living a happy life. There are multitudes of resources online that you can use to help you get out of your situation, and if you are financially inclined, I ask that you donate to charities that help support victims of sexual abuse. Like I said, I'm not monetized on YouTube, but once I am, 50% of all ad revenue this video generates will go to supporting these causes. I assure you that in the coming months, we're going to see a lot more of EDP whether we like it or not, and I hope it's for all the right reasons. If you made it this far, you can also check out my full reaction, unedited, unfiltered. It'll be posted on my second channel, and I have a link in the description below. Make sure to subscribe, and I want to thank all of you for tuning into my video. Stay safe, reduce hate, and hopefully I see you guys in the next one. Peace.